Hello and welcome to a flowy yoga session. I don't know about anybody else, but when the colder months are coming, I feel quite tense and stiff in my body, and so I really like at the beginning or the end of the day just to move a little bit more. So this session is a slow flow. And flow yoga is where you add on each time. So it's quite repetitive, but it's continually moving. So a really nice style of yoga to do for that mobility. And today's going to be a little bit focused on balance as well. Some classic postures in there like tree, and maybe even I like to call it spaghetti arms, but it's called eagle posture, and you'll see why. So I'm just going to take my opposite leg forwards, so to create that balance in my hips, roll my shoulders, just get comfy, settle in, transition into your practice. Find your sitting bones, close your mouth, slow down the breath. Breathing full and deep in and out through your nose. It's quite nice to take away the visual, to really focus in, turn the attention inwards. Drawing out that breath, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, hold. Breathing out for 3, 2, 1, hold. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, hold. Breathing out, 2, 3, hold. In breath. Out breath. Keep going with that slow breath. Notice your body calming. And by counting, it helps you to forget what you've done before, or what you've got to do after your practice. Lovely. Gently opening those eyes. Let's warm up that spine. Take hold of your front shin if you are in this cross-leg position, and just allow that spine to roll backwards. Bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, stack the spine back up, roll the shoulders back, look up, grit your teeth. Feel that lovely stretch all the way from your chin down to your tailbone. Exhale, roll that spine backwards. So it's a bit like cat-cow, but seated. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. So we're linking a breath to a movement. Exhaling back. And I want you to keep coming back to that in today's practice. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. So thinking when you're transitioning between the poses, you're breathing in or out. I don't mind which one, just link that breath to the movement. Quite often we can get caught up in yoga with when am I supposed to be breathing when. I'd like to just breathe. Don't get hung up on when and where. Just be breathing as you're moving. Okay, let's come onto all fours. Let's stretch out those fingertips and those wrists, because we will be spending a bit of time in downward dog today. So just spend a moment for that structure. Spread the fingers wide, middle finger facing forward. Draw that belly button into your spine. Think about that pelvic floor. So trying not to pass wind or pass any wee. And let's just rock back and forwards there. Just adding a bit of weight into those wrists, warming them up. Particularly if you've been working and texting or typing, driving perhaps. It's nice to just warm up those wrists. And let's turn sideways. Lovely. And then the one that everyone loves or hates, the Marmite one, turn the fingers to the knees, either staying there or bring your bottom towards your heels for that yummy, yummy deep stretch on the underside of your forearms. It is yummy. Tell yourself it's yummy. Breathing there. Fantastic, lovely. And peel those wrists off, rotate the hands around one way and the other way. Okay, I'm just going to take off my socks so I have the grip on my mat. It's really, really important that we are making that contact and really engaging the muscles in your feet and gripping with your toes. And it's a little bit harder in socks to do that, which is why most of yoga is done barefoot, unless you're in like a yin practice. So just coming back to those all fours, send one leg back onto your toes, sending that heel backwards. And then come into a plank, the left or the right, whichever one you did, meets the other foot. So just taking a moment there to wake up those leg muscles with the calves and the hamstrings stretching. The quads should be engaged. And bring those knees down, unhook the toes, bring your bottom to your heels. Breathe. Inhaling, coming up again. Let's tuck those toes, come into that plank, pause there, engage the tummy. And then as you exhale, push in to your downward dog. Walk out those feet. Stepping them out. Rocking those hips side to side. Waking up those key muscles in our legs, in our tummies. And then let's begin to walk those feet forwards. Bring your feet hip distance apart at the front. Let your head hang heavy. Take your elbows with your hands, micro bending the knees so we're not shocking those hamstrings too early and causing injury. Just hang out there. It's called ragdoll. So imagine you're a lifeless ragdoll. And there's an option for movement here. I quite often see like a rocking the baby motion, but actually you just want to tick-tock those hips. Just releasing the lower back, the hips there. And let those arms hang heavy. And begin to roll your spine up super, super slowly. Your head and shoulders remain heavy. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and down your back. Lovely. Just need to adjust my camera touch so you can see the full pose. Lovely. So let's bring our feet together, heels together at the front of the mat. Tuck your tailbone under. Engage that core. So you should, if you touch your tummy, feel the muscles engaged there. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, down your back. Look down at your toes. Pick up those toes. So much of today's balance is Made easier by you gripping the mat with your toes. So spread them wide, place each toe on the mat with a slight grip. Grow tall. Hands onto your chest, gentle pressure together, breathe. And let's link that breath to the movement. Inhale, take those arms up. Separate them out wide as you bring them down, exhale. Twice more, inhale, send them up. Exhale, send them down. Inhale, send them up. Exhale, send them down. So beginning that sun salutation now. Inhale, send those hands up. As they come down, slightly bend your knees, bring your chest down, your head down, bring your hands to the mat, bending your knees deeply. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forwards. Exhale, plant those hands down, step the right foot back, step the left foot back. Bring down your knees, your chest, your chin. Inhale into your cobra. Exhale back into your downward dog. Breathe there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Look up at your hands. Walk your feet up to your hands. Your feet come together. Bend those knees. Let the head drop. Inhale, hands to shins. Gaze forward, flat back. Exhale, hang heavy. Inhale, bring your hands out to the side. Lead with your head coming all the way up. Exhale, your hands down onto your chest. Twice more. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, separate them, bow forward, swan dive down, let your head go. Inhale, hands to shins, goes forward, flat back. Exhale, take those hands back. This time step the left foot back, followed by the right. Knees come down, chest comes down, chin comes down. Bottom is still high. Inhale, glide forward into your cobra. Exhale, come back, tuck those toes into your downward dog for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Look up at your hands. Step your feet forwards, feet together, head hangs heavy. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forwards. Exhale, fold. Inhale, take your head high, hands out to the side as you glide upwards. Hands come into prayer above your heads. Exhale them back down onto your chest. Your last sun salutation before we start adding on to our flow. Inhale, send the hands high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, maybe hands come to fingertips instead of shins this time. You can keep on your shins if that feels good. Exhale, hands down, either step or hop your feet back to your plank. Either knees, chest, chin, or follow me as you bring your elbows into your rib cage for your chaturanga. Either in cobra or roll over those toes to up dog. Your legs are off the mat. Exhale, down dog. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, look up at your hands, bend those knees. Step, jump, or hop to the front of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to fingertips or on shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, leading with your head and chest as your hands come out to the sides, lifting your hands up to prayer. Exhale them down onto your chest. So let's begin to add on. Keep your hands on your chest. Bring your weight to your left foot. Bring that right knee up. And place it either on the inside of your thigh or inside of your shin, your calf. Breathe there. Lovely. And replace that foot down. Forward fold. Inhale, fingertips. Exhale, step, jump or hop back to your plank. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga as you inhale, coming into your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. We're not staying there. Step, jump or hop forwards. Inhale, fingertips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Shift the weight to the right foot as you pick up the left knee. Bring that left foot to the inside of your calf or your thigh for tree pose. Breathing there. And release, folding forwards. Inhale, hands to shins or fingertips. Exhale, come back to that plank. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lovely, we will take 5 breaths there this time. If, as we keep adding on, you can feel you're tiring, you're fatiguing, come down to child's pose at this point. It's a lovely restorative pose that will just help you maintain your flow, maintain your practice. Inhale, look up at your hands, bend those knees, step, jump or hop forwards. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale those palms down your chest. So we begin to add on again. We're coming from tree to warrior 3. So shift that weight into the left foot, raise that right knee. Take your grounding point either in your thigh or your calf. Breathe. Lovely. And this time, as you take that foot away, begin to shift your hips, begin to bring your weight forwards as you begin to bow. You're sending that right leg back. Look down at the mat. So imagine your body is the capital T, not a broken umbrella, as Bikram says. So really have that right foot pointing out. And then exhale those hands down. Bring that right foot down. Left foot back to meet it. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. We're not staying. Inhale, look up at your hands. Step, jump or hop forwards. Fingertips or shins. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, palms down your chest. Left side, raise that left knee. Ground down on the right foot. Left foot to the inner thigh or inner calf. Having your drishti, your focus point, somewhere in front of you to stare at will help your balance. Your right ankle should be working hard, your right toes gripping the mat. One more breath here. Slowly release that left foot. Send that left foot backwards as you begin to bow your chest, your torso down into that capital T. Breathe. Slight micro bend in that right knee will help protect the hamstring and the structure. And then bring those hands down to the mat. Left foot comes down, right comes to join it. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Take your 5 breaths here or in your child's pose. Breathe. Lovely. Should beginning to warm up, your body should be beginning to feel more supple and loose. Inhale, look up at your hands and bend your knees. Step, jump or hop forwards. Fingertips or shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, hands in prayer. Exhale down your chest. And so we're going to add on that chair. So fingertips brush the mat as you raise an imaginary box high above your head. Tuck that tailbone under. Breathe. This time as we lengthen, so we're going to come up to standing, keep your hands where they are, pick your right foot up, preparing for tree, turn it out, either on the inside of your thigh or your calf. I just need to raise mine a little bit, I've got slippy leggings. Never place pressure on your knee. Breathe. Hands come down to prayer. Release that foot. Send the right foot back behind you. Bow down with your body. For that capital T, your gaze is about maybe 2 or 3 foot in front of your left foot. On the floor, bring that right hip down so we're not lifting too high. Exhale, bring those hands down, right foot meets the mat, followed by the left, coming back, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, inhale, exhale into your down dog. Inhale, looking up at your hands, bend those knees, hopping forwards, feet together, squeeze those knees together. Sit down in an imaginary chair, lifting your hands up with an imaginary box. Lots of imaginary. Tucking that tailbone under so we're not sticking our bottoms out. Breathe. It's very easy to hold your breath. And as you inhale, lengthening in those legs, pick that left knee up. Go slow so you don't lose your balance. Bring that left foot to your grounding point on your right leg. Breathe. Focus on your drishti. Bring those hands down into prayer. Release that left foot. Send it back behind you as you bow your chest down. Capital T, breathe. The slower you go in these transitions, the more able your body can kind of communicate with your head what's going on and stay in the balance longer. Hands down to the mat. Left foot comes down behind you. Bring that right foot back. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling, coming up into your back bend. Exhale into your downward dog or your child's pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We just have 2 more add-ons. Come into that downward dog if you weren't there, looking up at your hands, bend those knees, step, jump or hop forwards onto fingertips. Exhale, fold. Send those hands out to the side as you glide your head and shoulders up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down into prayer. So we're adding in a warrior 1. Bend at your knees. Let's come into that chair pose. Fingertips brush the mat as you inhale. Take an imaginary box above your head. Tuck that tailbone under. Breathing now. As you begin to raise up, lift that right knee up. Bringing your foot to the side of your left leg for tree. Breathing. Hands down into prayer. Send that right leg back, bowing down into your warrior 3. Drop that right hip, it'll want to lift up, micro bend in the left leg. Your gaze is down at the floor. This time, bending in that left knee, gently bring that right foot to the mat behind you, leaning back. Your left knee's right above your left ankle. Your right foot's on a diagonal. Raise those arms high into warrior 1. Got mixed up. Warrior 3, warrior 1, we're just not doing warrior 2 today. And exhale those hands down to frame that left foot. Tiptoes on right, bring the left back to the right to meet it. Coming through your vinyasa. Those transition of movements to meet in your downward dog. Inhale, looking up at your hands, bend those knees, coming forwards. Fingertips. Squatting down, squeezing those knees together, raise those hands high. In your chair pose. Breathe. As you extend, lifting that left knee up. Take the left sole of the foot to your grounding point on your right leg. Lovely strong tree. Deep, full breathing. Hands come into prayer. Release that left foot back behind you into our warrior 3. That's super strong, capital T. Breathe. Imagine someone's pulling your left ankle away from you rather than it be droopy. Begin to bend in that right knee as you softly bring that left foot down behind you. Your left foot's on a diagonal. Raise those right and left. Raise those arms high, bending that right knee above your right ankle for warrior 1. I really want to say 2. I think it's because we've gone from 3. I'm trying to count down. 3, 2, 1. Warrior 1. Making sure that left hip is coming forwards, stretching that left hip flexor. And exhaling those hands down to frame that right foot. Tiptoes on the left. Send that right foot back. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga through your vinyasa. Inhaling up for your back bend. Exhale for your downward dog. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to be walking my feet at this time, but step, jump or walk up to the front of your mat. Feet together, fingertips as we raise high. Exhale, folds. Send your hands out to the side as you glide up with your heads. Hands down in prayer. Breathe. So we're coming to the final peak pose in our flow. Spaghetti or eagle. I prefer to call it spaghetti because that's how I feel, but it is more commonly known as eagle. So we're going to start with that chair pose. This is the last round. Give it your all. Exhale those fingertips down. Inhale, pick up that imaginary box. Squeeze those knees together. Tuck that tailbone under. Now, focus on that drishti point. That focal point in front of you where you can have a soft gaze to help your balance. Bring your arms out to the side. Bring your right arm under your left. Twist like ropes. Take hold of what you can. So it could be your thumbs, could be your palms clasped, it could be hands in prayer. Shift your weight to the left foot. Pick up that right knee. And wrap it around the left, just like we did with the arms. See if you can sit down a little bit further. Hooking those right toes around that left ankle. See if you can line up your knees with your elbows. Breathe. Really good, strong stretch. Inhale, unravel, picking that right knee up. Coming into tree. Try not to tap that right foot down in these transitions and keep breathing. If you hold your breath, you're going to create tension. Hands down in prayer, coming into that warrior 3. Breathe. And bending that left leg, right comes down to the mat. Lift your arms, warrior 1. And exhale those hands down to frame that left foot. Step the left back, come through your vinyasa. Momentarily being in your downward dog. Step, jump or hop forwards, feet together. Squeeze the knees together, pick up that box in your chair pose. And repeating spaghetti arms on the left, so send those arms out to the sides. This time left under right, squeeze them together. Shift your weight into the right foot, lift up that left knee, wrap like ropes, hooking those left toes around that right ankle. Try to stack your knees and your elbows together. I just fell out. I lost my focus point. Breathe. And then as you inhale, unravel, picking that left foot up into your tree. I'm finding it really, really helps when I'm looking at my drishti. As soon as I look towards the camera or look elsewhere is when I wobble. And release that left foot coming into your warrior 3. Super slow. Looking down at the floor in front of you. Then begin to bend that right knee. Bring that left foot to the mat. Raise those arms high. Warrior one. I got it right. Warrior one on the last time. And then exhale those hands down to frame that right foot. Step that right foot back. Your last chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathing there, walk out those feet. Take a moment here to check in how much more supple your legs feel. And then bring your knees down to the mat. Bring your big toes together. Bring your bottom to your heels. Slide those hands forwards. And just gently rock side to side. Bring your hands into prayer. Take your thumbs to the base of your neck. Your forehead to the mat. Enjoy that tricep stretch. And bring those hands down. Bringing yourself up. Cross the ankles underneath you. Walk those hands back. And bring those legs forwards. Lifting those arms up for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold, and bending at the hips, bring those hands and chest forwards. When you feel the brakes coming on, try not to then bend your back, have that straight back, but bring your hands down either side of your legs. Imagine someone's pulling you by the thigh, closing that gap between your belly and your thighs. Breathe, toes pointing towards the ceiling. Take the time to stretch there. Lovely. Your ankles would have been working really hard there to keep you stable and strong. So as you come up, bring your hands back behind you. We're going to counter that pose first of all. Bring your feet to the mat, hip distance, bending at the knees. Inhale, lift those hips high, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathing there. And exhale, coming down. Send that left leg away from you. Bring that right ankle on top of the left thigh. Let the right knee drop down. Then begin to slide that left foot towards you and rotate that right ankle one way and the other way. Point it and press it. So we're just releasing any tension that might have built up in your ankle. And then slide that left foot closer if you can. So we're getting that deep stretch in the TFL, the glute med, the glute max. The TFL, we can just get there by rocking side to side on that left foot. Really nice. And release those legs down. Give them a bit of a wibble. Repeat on the other side. So bring that left ankle on top of that right thigh. The right foot is down. And let's just rotate that ankle one way on the left and the other way. Pointing and pressing. Heart rate is coming down. And then slide that right foot closer towards your bum to get that deeper stretch on the left thigh. An option to just gently rock side to side. to get more out of that stretch. Well done for joining me and practicing. I do love flow. I sometimes struggle teaching flow because it's hard to talk and flow at the same time and control the breath, but I do love in my own practice flowing and just listening and moving. So thank you for practicing with me today. Release those legs down, wiggle those legs, walk your bum forwards on your mat, bring your arms out in front of you as slowly as you can. Begin to roll that spine down onto your mat. Switch on those brakes. Let's not fall down. It's really strong and controlled movements. And when we're there, let the feet fall out to the side. Bring your left hand to your belly, your right hand to your heart. And just press into the elbows so you can tuck those shoulder blades underneath you. Turn your head side to side, releasing any neck tension. Close the eyes. Part the jaw so you allow your body to become more relaxed. Feeling the internal movements of your breath and your heartbeat. And to keep your focus where it should be for the last few minutes of class, I want you to imagine as you inhale, your belly is a balloon of your choice of colour. Mine's always blue because I love it. So as you inhale, your balloon grows in size, gets bigger. And as you exhale, it's silently getting smaller and deflating. Inhale. Inflate that balloon, hold it there. Exhale slowly and silently, and allow it to deflate. Keep that visual going, it will help keep your mind focused. If you start thinking about your to-do list or what you're having for lunch, just keep coming back to that balloon. Acknowledge it, that's okay, we're all human and not super meditative folk. It takes practice. Thank you very much for flowing with me today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.